everybody. This is Britt Lightning from Vixen, and you're watching for GuitarPlayersOnly.com.
Hi everyone, John Liebman here. You're watching for GuitarPlayersOnly.com. We're coming to you from the 2018 Winter NAMM Show, Anaheim, California, with our guest today, Britt Lightning. Hello, Britt.
Hello, happy to be here.
Happy to have you here. I want to share with the folks some information about you and your career and guitar playing and all that stuff.
Okay,
so
great.
Let's start from the beginning. Tell me about your initial exposure to music and how you became a guitar player.
All right, initial exposure to music. I started out as a flute player, and when I really found Metallica and Van Halen and I realized I couldn't play those solos that well on the flute, I found the electric guitar.
That would have been interesting, though.
It would have, I know, like a new kind of Jethro Tull spin.
I was just going to say, I'm sorry to interject, but was Ian Anderson on your radar, or were you trying to...
Yeah, a little bit, but I didn't really discover him until after I had migrated from the flute more to guitar, so unfortunately. But, let's see, I grew up loving, like Pink Floyd, David Gilmour is a huge influence, but I love blues and stuff, Stevie Ray Vaughan, but I love all the shredders too, Paul Gilbert, Marty Friedman.
You're speaking my language.
Right, good. Then I started with an all-girl hard rock band in Boston where I grew up, and I did that for quite a few years, and we did some tours and overseas. And
what was the name of the band?
It was called Jaded, and that was really great. And then I decided I wanted to try to be more of a guitar player for hire, so I went on my first audition I went on was actually a Lady Gaga audition. And I almost got that gig. I came really close to it. I rehearsed with their band for like a week, and at the end I didn't get it, but it was a great experience. And from that, I ended up getting quite a few other gigs.
Excuse me, was she at any of the?
She was. Yes.
So did you interact with her? Did you get to know her a little bit?
I did. She actually wanted me to shave my head to be in the band. So I guess it's a plus that didn't happen because I don't think that look would be good for me. Oh. I don't know, but but she was cool.
Sinead Lightning.
Yeah, no, that would not be good for anybody. No, she was cool. She did give me a compliment too. She called me the closer. She was like, you know what you're good at? You're like when they need to pull somebody in at the last minute to close the game and win that game point. And she's like, that's what you are. After I did my little audition in front of her, so that was cool.
Okay.
But respect her and think she's awesome, so that was fun. But then from that, somebody that was at that audition remembered me and called me for another gig, and that's when I got the Alejandro gig. Alejandro Sanz, a big Latin artist. And so I toured with him for about 3 years, and we did all over South America, Latin America, Spain, Mexico. It was a really great experience, and we played the Latin Grammys in Las Vegas and did some fun stuff. And then
keep going.
Okay, so you don't have to do any work. I can just talk. No. From there, I started playing. I got called to do a pop gig. I did a TV show live with Kelly and Michael with Jason Derulo, and then from that, Rachel Platten, who had a big single hit fight song. I believe that was 2015. That was pretty big. So we toured with that song, doing like Good Morning America and all the TV shows and stuff like that. And then I moved to LA.
Where were you living before that?
I was living in Boston.
Oh, in Boston all this time?
Yes.
Did you go to Berkeley or anything like that?
Good story. I really wanted to because of growing up there. And honestly, I had a couple friends that were a little bit older that didn't have gigs at the time that I graduated from Berkeley, and they were working at like Starbucks. It's hard. It's not an easy field to make it in. You got to do that kind of stuff. But my dad was a business guy and was like, oh, hell no. He's like, did Jimi Hendrix go to Berkeley? Did Santana go to Berkeley? And I was like, I don't think so.
But you can name a lot of people who have. Quincy Jones went to Berkeley for one.
Believe me. We argued. We almost parted ways there for a minute. No. Anyways, he convinced me to go for a backup plan. I ended up going to Northeastern University in Boston for music business, which was great because I learned the business side of things. I'm great with contracts, all that sort of stuff.
Berkeley has those programs too.
Do you want to talk to my dad? Because I think you would be helpful.
No, that's between you and your dad.
So, I worked at the music store through college. It was Daddy's Junkie Music at the time. I think now it's converted to a Guitar Center. But I used to work there all through college. It was right across from Berkeley, so I met all the Berkeley guys, and I got to jam over there a few times. So that was great.
What's keeping you busy these days?
So these days I'm playing with the band Vixen, all-female band that was big in the 80s, had a few hits. And we've been doing some tours. In a couple weeks we're doing the Monsters of Rock cruise, which is a big cruise like Queensryche, Tessa, all those guys, Winger. And it's going to Jamaica and some other islands, so that'll be fun. We just recorded a live album and did a couple studio tracks that we're throwing on, and that's being released in a few weeks as well. And then we're playing some big festivals in the summertime, like Sweden Rock, Grass Pop, some stuff in Europe. So we have some fun stuff coming up.
All right. And I bet your dad is proud as can be and probably has come out to see you on more than one or two occasions.
Yes. I think he had a big turning point when he came to see me play at Sold Out show at Radio City Music Hall.
That'll do it.
And he was like, well, I got to hand it to you. You pulled it off.
Yeah, good for you. Tell me about your gear, Britt. What are you playing?
Sure. So I love lots of guitars, but I play a Charvel right now in Vixen, and I love that. It's a Charvel wild card. I've got Seymour Duncan pickups in it, and I'm currently playing through Marshall amps. And
what about strings?
And strings. Well, the best part is GHS strings. Yep, I play. I switch when I have a couple guitars that I interchange, and I either use 10 gauge or 9 to 46 GHS boomers. And then as far as pedals, I downsized my rig because I'm doing a lot of fly dates, so I'm using more pedals, more audio, and they're like the smaller pedals, and it's so amazing because my entire pedal board is about this size, and so it fits in my backpack, and it's really nice and easy, and they sound great.
Especially because you don't have really big feet.
Yeah, that's true. I can tap dance around on them. So okay. That's me.
What about the future? Have you attained your career goal? Is there something else that you've always dreamed of doing that you just someday I'm gonna fill in the blank?
Yeah. Okay. Well, when I first started playing
not that you haven't already attained some serious stature, but I mean just when you were coming up and you really wanted to get into music.
Sure.
You know, was there a dream that you had, or is there something that you still have?
Yeah. Well, the very first dream was to be able to play Eruption by Van Halen. That was like number one. It was like, if I can just do that, then I don't need to play guitar. I just want to be able to do that. So I did that. Then the second goal was...
You said that very matter-of-factly. So I did that.
So I did it.
Knocked it out in, half an hour?
I wish. My second dream was to play a stadium and be on a tour. And so with Alejandro, we did a big stadium tour, and so that was a dream come true. And right now, I'd say I would love to write a hit song. I've been getting more into songwriting. And I would just love to, get a song out there, whether it's me performing it or, and somebody else that I can get it out to that would perform it. I think that would be a really cool goal.
Well, you're certainly on the right track. Keep doing what you're doing, and I'm sure you can achieve anything you put your mind to. I just sense that about you.
Thank you.
Let me ask you one more question, Britt. What would you be if you weren't a guitar player or a songwriter or anything that had to do with music? What would you be outside of music?
Good question. Well, some of my hobbies, before I played guitar, I was really into being an equestrian. So I love horses, I love riding, and I did that professionally. I did a lot of competitions.
Did you ever do barrel races?
I have done that, but that's not what I was good at. I did more hunter-jumper. But yeah, maybe I'd just be like a cowboy. That would be, no. But, also art, I paint, so maybe I'd be an artist. Or a pilot. I was thinking about getting my pilot's license in my spare time, whenever I get some.
An equestrian or an artist or a pilot.
Yeah.
Makes sense to me.
Why not?
All right. Well, congratulations on all your success. Keep doing what you're doing and keep us posted on anything new that comes up, and we'll share that with everybody here.
Will do.
All right. Thank you. On location at the GHS booth at the 2018 NAMM show with our special guest, Britt Lightning. I'm John Liebman. You're watching for guitarplayersonly.com.